your scalp came with it.
And then she was fine.
Have you ever cut someone's hair and they've had a tick in their hair? On their head?
No, but I have cut someone's hair and saw like a flea skitter across their head, and I want to vomit.
You that was not a flea.
You think it was lice?
Yeah. Fleas don't really live on humans. Are we going?
Oh, we're going? We're rolling.
Welcome to the world's okayest podcast.
AKA
Scissor Sisters. We do hair, so hence the scissoring.
I feel like people think we're very unfriendly. Is it our faces?
Books,
Movies,
hair,
dudes,
songs,
kids,
mom stuff.
This is what it's like to spend a day with us.
This is us.
All day. We're just raw dogging this thing.
I had a warrant out for my arrest.
I can't. You just called me a meth addict.
Suck my anxiety out of my body. I'm a little burnt.
Yeah, I said I looked like a little crispy lobster.
I
was
said,
not kidding.
Way to go, idiot.
I know.
Yeah. Episode what?
14. Whoop, whoop. Look
Like,
at us.
follow, and subscribe, please. If you're watching this, just do it. Do the things. I feel really far away.
I feel really far away, too. I think they're lying to us.
I think they did move our stuff.
Like, shin might look a little red in
It
spots.
it doesn't. It looks white.
I know, which is
White.
BS because this area was just as much as exposed as this area.
Yeah, but you know, legs don't tan.
it's bull.
Like they tan about the last day of August.
Yes,
when
you're
time
like,
to
time
put
to
pants
put
on.
sweatpants on.
Yes.
Yeah, but this area that hasn't been exposed for months got murdered.
Yeah. Well, I put on sunscreen
Terrible.
because I'm an adult.
I'm not. I put sunscreen on my kids, and you know that's a win. So they're not burnt.
That's
Just
true.
me. I kept meaning to like go put sunscreen on, and then I kept getting distracted by whatever. So, you know. Let me turn my phone off. Who it be? I don't know.
Your door?
No.
Motion detected at your front door?
No, Loki's inside. It's the children's place telling me about a sale.
Okay. So the
Anyways,
book we picked.
Book time.
We picked one we read a long time ago.
Long time
One that
ago.
everyone probably knows about because it's a show.
Duh. On
But
the old Netflix.
I'm telling you, if you like the show,
The book's so much
you should
better.
read the book. It's like they're two different Joes.
It really is. I know. I have mixed feelings about him being Joe in the show.
Me too.
That rhymed.
Show Joe.
Show Joe.
I don't like Show Joe.
I don't either. It's not who I pictured. Although I feel like he does a good job in the show.
Yeah,
if
he
you'd never read
does.
the book, I'm sure it'd
Yeah,
be fine. But
yeah.
he is not who I envisioned as Joe from the book.
So it's You by Caroline Kepnes.
Who we met.
Yeah, we met her. I think, is this one signed?
I don't remember, or if it was
It's
just
covered in dust. I know that.
or did she just sign our Hidden Bodies books?
Oh, nope. Signed.
Nope, it is signed.
Yeah.
But
she
so
said,
is our Hidden Bodies books.
Yes. I hope you get to use the C word a lot this year, but in a happy way. P.S. Joe loves you too.
I love Carolyn Kepnes.
I do too.
She
She's
is
awesome.
one of my favorite authors we've probably ever met.
So when I very first started reading it, like the first time, it was written in a point of like perspective. Like it's Joe, but inside
Joe,
his head.
But like, yes, like his conscience is
So it's
kind of
like-
narrating.
It was like kind of hard for me to like get into
it.
but then I was like, oh, I love this, and I think he's hilarious. Like in the
think
book, he's
funny,
hilarious.
too. He is hilarious, and this was one of the probably only books I've read that I'm like, yeah, kill her.
I know, that's
she
what
is
I was
annoying.
gonna
Peach
say.
is annoying.
I was
kill
gonna
her.
say,
Sick of her.
he kills people that like mentally I also want to kill, but
wouldn't
he does
actually
it in real
do
life.
it.
I'm like, it's okay because it's a book,
Right.
So,
I mean, but yes, after we both read it, we were like, something wrong with us.
Yeah.
Because I liked Joe. Like I sided with Joe
Same.
most of the time.
And everyone he kills, then later when he refers to them, he's like, R.I.P. Peach.
yes, in the book. Yes. The book is so funny.
I think they do that in the show some too, but the book is just way better.
It's so much better.
And then I want to say season 1 and 2 of the show, does it follow the 2 books?
Yes, it does.
Because how many books now are there?
I thought there were only 3. Am I wrong? There's You, Hidden Bodies. What's the third one?
Is it the one that just came out? I
don't know. I feel high today.
Let me look.
So, do I sound snotty? A little bit. I can hear it in my nose.
There is 4. I knew there was. So it's You, Hidden Bodies, You Love Me, and then For You and Only You.
Yes. I've not read the last one, I don't think.
Right.
Which I need to, because I do like all her books.
It just came out a year ago.
What was the other book that she wrote? Providence. Yes.
And I liked that one, too.
I did, too.
We should do that one sometime.
We should. We should do that one.
I'm pretty sure I gave this 5 stars.
I gave it 5 stars. I loved it too. It was like a fast read. It was good. It was like
different.
Funny. It was different. Like
I
a
think
different spin on
yeah, I think it was
murdery
my
books.
first book I read that was from the killer, that like from the killer point of view, that I wasn't like, this is a bad guy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I need therapy.
Yeah.
Like,
don't we all?
Because I'm like, yeah, I like Joe. I'd rather hang out with Joe than. Anyways.
Same. What else? What else we got today?
Dude, what happened this week? I think
The world's
everyone
falling
collectively lost their minds.
The world is falling apart.
Well, what do you want to do first?
I think it needs to be P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. Holy moly. We got bashed once before for mentioning P. Diddy, but I'm like,
well, let
me go to my
Let me
notes.
just preface it by saying I am Team Ice Cube all the way.
Because he's throwing people under the bus.
He's been throwing P. Diddy under the bus for a long time
years
now, saying like, it's coming, it's coming.
I told you I saw, I think her name's Aubrey from Danity Kane. Like, it was an older interview, but like not old, but like just a little bit back. And she has been also saying like he is a piece of crap, and everyone like hushed her.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if it's the current girlfriend that
Cassidy.
he beat
I don't
the
think
shit out
so.
of.
I don't
but
think so.
I guess like he's had girls have abuse allegations before, and he is like, no, I would never.
Saw that. He was
Which
like,
I'm
they're
like,
lying.
that's
No.
the like definition of gaslighting. And I'm like, can you imagine being these women and then him being like superstar and having all this money and then just being made to feel like this big and like you don't matter, and he didn't do any of these things, and people just take his word over yours because
he's famous
P. Diddy.
and he has money.
And then, so it's the fact that he's come out and been like, no, I would never.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me.
Yeah.
These bitches be cray,
These
basically.
bitches be lying.
And
snitches
then
wind up in ditches.
He's there just beating the shit out
That
of a
video
girl
was terrible.
in the hallway.
Terrible. I know.
And it's, I guess if you want to play a little bit of devil's advocate, like, even if she like beat him, that is insane. Like, that's not what was.
And she was like running away from him.
She was trying to
and
leave.
he
So,
like chased her down.
I read like he got drunk and was being abusive, and so she tried to leave, and then he was like, no, you're not, and
she left.
drug her back in the room, basically.
I would be terrified of like, but that's what's so scary about like, especially celebrities, because he just fucking paid the hotel off and paid everybody hush money. And I'm like, if he'd been the, drug dealer down the road, it would have all come out. And also, he can take that apology video and shove
that's
it
what I was
into
gonna
his
say.
a butthole.
Okay, so do you think if the hotel footage hadn't come out and the girl just was like, she comes out and she's like, this happened to me over the weekend, and they, question him, do you think he'd be like, yeah, I did. I'm
No.
really sorry. I'm disgusted by myself. I was disgusted when I did it.
No. He's only sorry the video came out and
Right.
he got caught.
Agreed.
I don't believe. Also, what happened with them raiding his house?
Did his son get arrested?
I don't know. It was like P. Diddy's homes and whatever get raided. Both his houses, and
so-
P. Diddy flees the country, and then
he's back in the country.
Yeah.
At the hotel beating this girl.
Yeah. Well, that video was from 2016.
It was.
Yeah.
I thought that was recent.
No, that's why I'm
Oh my
really
God.
like,
Okay.
he's not sorry.
No, okay.
He's
I
known
thought
he's
that
done this
was
for, no, that
current.
video is old.
Oh my
Somebody just,
gosh.
Hold on, let me Google. Somebody just released
Okay.
it. I think
Yeah.
CNN released it, and I'm sure they got a hold of it and all the shit that's been going on with
right.
him.
Okay, that makes sense.
P. Diddy video hotel.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
his
2016.
Oh my gosh.
That was 8 years ago. He's
Yeah.
been sitting on this shit for 8 years. And I think she said at one point, like, he did this or whatever.
okay.
And everyone, and that's when he was like, oh no.
and
nobody believed her, you know,
Right.
because she's a woman.
right. And
She
not,
just wants his money.
not a star. Like,
Yeah.
Not a
I mean, I don't know who she is. I think she's probably something, but I don't
so
actually know.
Ice Cube says he's not part of their like elite group, and like he basically is throwing all these people under the bus, and it was P. Diddy and Jay-Z and I don't know who else, but like now I've heard stuff about Mary J. Blige, and
I
I'm
watched
just
a
like,
video last night of,
What
and
is
it was a
going on
guy,
here?
and he was like, "This happened, all these allegations." And
I
it's
watched
like,
that one, and he's like, "Can we recruit some new?"
Yeah, can we start over?
Yeah.
Can we just start over with? I agree.
He said,
They're
can
all
we get new like artists and
Yeah.
actors that don't want to essay kids?
yeah, or anyone.
Yeah,
beat
yes,
women,
right.
beat men. Like I am convinced though, like the level of fame. I don't think anybody's. You're not meant to be able to handle fame like that, and I'm convinced it fucks all of them up.
I mean,
There are very
Okay.
few people who
That-
can be in the spotlight like that.
okay,
and
yes,
not
agreed, but also
be insane.
like, why is it got to go to like essaying teenagers?
I
Like,
mean, I don't know that. I just think when you're at that level, you think you're untouchable. And
Yeah.
so why would you not do
Mm-hmm.
all the sick, dark things in your brain? Because, you know, you've got the money to cover it.
I don't know. I think
I
if
just
I had
think
a bunch
you-
of money, I would just be like buying dumb shit. I don't think
mean,
I
I
would be
think-
like, I'm gonna
Here's the
run
thing,
this
though.
sex trafficking
Like-
ring because no one will catch me.
I agree. But it's almost like they've already done that. If you, like, that's one thing, like,
I
if
guess
you have
their
all the
mentality
money
has
in the
to
world,
be like, what next?
yes,
what next?
it's like, where's my next, like, thrill and dopamine hit?
yeah. I still don't think my brain.
I mean,
would,
I don't personally think that either.
yeah, right. But just like,
But
clearly,
it does
some do.
seem a lot of celebrities, like, they get weird. They start doing weird stuff. Like,
I'm like, can you
again-
guys just do drugs?
well, most of them do.
I'm like,
And
can
maybe
we-
that's what's fueling
Can-
their
can
crazy
we, Can we
sauceness.
just do drugs? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think that's the other side, though, is they are drinking, they are doing
Probably.
drugs, they're partying. They're like, you're just living in this warped reality when you're a celebrity of that caliber.
Yeah.
And I'm
well,
like, there are very few celebrities who I'm like, they seem like a normal human and that is their job. And then they go home to like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Like, I think they're like, it's my job. And then they go home and they're just, you know, a family
Have kids and be normal.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
I
there's
agree.
there's a lot like that, but there's also a lot
that I'm like,
that, yeah, like
they're
what
weird.
are you doing?
and speaking of weird, I did see a TikTok of Kanye talking also about P. Diddy. And I'm like, if you got Kanye, it's like saying you're weird. Like,
Something is a wrongo.
yeah, because he is in my group of least
Like,
favorite. Like,
yeah,
he
lost their damn minds.
yeah, I'm
people.
not a-
Yeah, no. You know, and I'm like, I wasn't a huge Diddy fan.
No, I never really have been.
I mean,
I'm like, I'm in WA.
I like a few of his songs. Like I know, like what's the one he did that, you know,
Let's hear it.
I don't want to. I can't. I've had a sore throat
Flimmy.
for a month and a half.
Oh my God, yeah.
I am Flimmy. When somebody died, and he's, you know, every step I take.
Yes.
Who died?
Biggie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
But
Sorry.
it was
I am high today.
It was,
From
but
snot.
that's not even like that's not his original song.
No, but I know. But
Yeah.
I did like that.
I know.
And like,
Me too. That's
like
it.
early 2000s stuff. Like he was big, and like
Yeah.
I listened to it. Mm-hmm. But other than that, no. But I guess I didn't realize. It's weird though when you realize how much shit a lot of those people like have their fingers in, even though it's not them doing
Yeah.
it. Which I
Like,
didn't realize.
One of these days, can we unravel the Tupac murder
yeah.
and
No.
like,
Tupac's alive on the celebrity island with Michael Jackson.
yeah, except they arrested the person that shot him. They've reopened it or whatever.
I know.
And
That was just like last year or something,
like
wasn't
it's
it?
pretty fresh. And I was trying to follow it. I was trying to follow the story yesterday when I was looking up what Ice Cube has said about P. Diddy, and then all that was coming up, and I'm like, whoa, I need like a chart and a timeline
I'm
because
saying it's
it's a
involved.
tangled web we weave.
It really is. They're all crazy,
Yeah, except Ice Cube.
except Ice Cube.
I love him forever.
And then like Drake, they're saying like he.
Yeah, which I'm not a Drake fan either.
You know what? I watched Drake on Degrassi.
No.
I did. Aubrey Graham. He'll never be Drake to me. He'll be Jimmy or whatever his
Yeah,
name
I
was.
didn't. I'm not a. No.
It was
not
so good.
Not a Degrassi fan.
Anyways,
Yeah.
next up.
Next up.
Next order of business in the meeting of the minds.
the meeting of the minds. Have you heard the fucking cicada broods yet?
No. In
Okay.
fact, I was literally talking to like my mom the other day about like, where are they?
I'll tell you.
Because I've not seen a one.
I haven't either, and I don't want to because they're disturbing and
I like
large.
'em.
No.
And they're like, they
Yesterday,
make a lot of noise.
we were driving to the lake, and so we're on North 5, and the windows are up, and the air is on, and the music is up, and I hear something. And I was like, I stopped the music, and I turned the air down, and I cracked the window, and it's like
Cicada music
outside,
outside.
like in the woodsy
In the wild?
stuff that's like by North 5.
Oh,
and I was
really?
like, oh my God, is that the cicadas?
You know,
It was wild.
that is so weird because like they're just in like patches.
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok today and it was someone, she said they were in the Midwest. I don't know where that's a large swath of area.
Right.
But she was like, we're just trying to take our dog for a walk and all these damn cicadas. And I was like, I have not seen one.
I'm
have
glad.
not seen one.
When you were little, would you find them like on the tree and you'd like their dead
Their
crusty
shell?
body and you'd like put it on your shirt?
I thought those were locusts.
Oh shit. Are they? I don't.
Yes, they are.
No, because I've
No.
seen people making things out of the cicada shells.
Well, the
Like
lo-
wreaths
fucking
and stuff. Have you not seen any of that?
back up. Someone made a cicada shell wreath
Yeah, I'll
for
show
their
you.
like front door.
I mean, I think it was like a joke, but yeah, like
okay.
just saying like this is how many
Well, locusts do that. I thought those were locusts. Or are locusts and cicadas the same thing?
Ew, apparently this is popular. Repurposing cicada
Because,
bodies.
okay,
Ugh. Let's see. Are locust
yeah, like
and
these.
cicadas. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought those were locusts.
They're different insects.
When cicada nymphs come up out of the ground, they climb and they both shed their shells.
Yeah, well.
But it's typically, I think, locusts that we find.
Okay, well, all I know is I've been seeing people make things out of all these crusty cicada
that's
bodies.
a little bit
and they
weird.
look, yeah, but they look just like what we used to pick off the trees and put on our shirt.
When Carter was little, that was like his favorite thing. Like we'd get a sandwich bag and he'd go pluck them off trees and like the deck rail. And I mean, yeah, so we did that. And we did it as kids too. And they like will stick to your skin. Their little knobs are still on their feet. Yeah.
It's gross.
But I guess I didn't know cicadas did that too.
I guess I thought they were kind of the same bug.
I mean, I think they're similar, but they're different. They're the same, but they are not the same.
Well, I don't know, but I heard the brood yesterday.
I thought cicadas were the ones with like the big old fat green wings.
Yeah, I think so, but maybe before they get to that, they're in one of those little shell bodies.
That's not a locust. That's a fucking grasshopper. Locusts are a type of grasshopper. Shut the front door. Every time we do a podcast, I'm like, I know nothing about life. How am I living? How am I? Well, anyways, yeah, sick. They are, but isn't that okay? So in the summer, like we're in Missouri, you always hear like it's just a low buzz at night in the summer. Are those cicadas? Or are those locusts? Or are they both?
I always thought they were cicadas. I heard them yesterday. Like I hadn't really heard them at my house, but like I could hear them on the highway. And I was like, "What is that noise?"
Yeah, because I haven't heard them like
I hadn't really either.
Exceptionally loud at my house. Yeah, I haven't even seen one at my house. Which
I haven't either, but I am glad. I'm thankful for that because they're gross and like.
I mean, I don't want them to touch me, but something about that noise I like.
I mean, I like the noise.
It's like nostalgia.
Yeah,
like that is my childhood.
Yeah, well, and
that
like
noise.
We were talking about summer yesterday. Like summer is just the elite season.
I mean, I'm going to disagree.
What?
Fall. I'm a fall girl. I'll take fall over summer.
Really?
I tell you this all the time.
I love fall too.
Fall
like
and Halloween.
When it's time for fall, I love fall. And I'm like, yes, fall. Because if summer has to die, at least we get fall.
I mean, okay.
But I still just prefer summer because fall,
I mean, I love summer.
Fall is like, you get like 30 days.
Of fall?
Yeah.
I know.
If that. Because in fall, it's like either 110 or negative 10.
That's only because we live in Missouri.
And I don't know. Summer is just like my kids are home.
That's true.
And I'm down with the friggin' public school. It's thing of the past.
Thank God it's the last week of school this week. I can't anymore.
The pool and sunscreen and sunburns.
I mean, yes, vacations.
The songs and the movies.
I agree. I agree. But there's something like that happens deep in my soul when fall and Halloween hit.
I have that too.
And it's like my most peaceful time.
I have that too. Like when the leaves change.
Yes.
And
it's
the
like
scary movies.
Out. Yeah,
and,
I don't know. That's always
pumpkin spice and coffee, and I'm there too. I've got that.
But
However,
I will say, this weekend,
the end of fall brings the dead of winter, and then the seasonal depression sets in.
I'll give you that.
And why does it feel like winter is like 900
years? I don't know, man.
And summer is 1 and fall is 1.
I don't know.
Winter is all the rest.
I want fall to be longer. I want to extend. Yeah. Like, I love Christmas. I do. But I think as I get older, I'm getting a little more cynical about Christmas just because it's busy and I can't ever enjoy it like I want.
Yeah.
But fall, I just love
I love
it.
fall too.
I love
Fall,
it.
I do love fall, but summer is always
I know.
gonna
I
be
love
my
summer.
top dog season.
Yes, I will say this weekend was like, we were like, my feral 3-year-old at like 8 a.m. was like, I want to swim and ride my bike. And I was like,
Greer,
but we did it. We were out all day, both days.
I can tell.
That's how I got this. That's why I got these feathers in my hair.
Greer woke up
I got
this
a
morning
sunburn
and
on my
was like,
chest.
"Can we go swimming again today?"
No.
And I'm like, "No, it's rainy and poopy
Rainy
today."
and poopy.
And I'm like, "This is why it takes till July for my pool to heat up because
because you get like 2 days of decentness, and then
Yeah.
it's like rain. It's supposed to rain like every day this week, too.
I know.
Or
Yay.
tornado, or
woohoo."
so says KY3.
It like okay. So the other day though, we were talking about mosquito bites. And I literally read, which I'd read before, but I was like, is that real? But you're like, they don't bother me. And I'm over there.
They
like,
do not
head
bother
to
me.
toe.
I
I'm
know.
itchy just thinking about it. But having an O blood type makes you twice as likely to attract mosquitoes
have O.
than
I am
people
O.
with A.
IMO.
And B falls in the middle. You're O? Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
I'm O too.
It's on my Mercy.
I'm also O.
I've also read about like something about your CO2 output, carbon dioxide output. And like, I don't know, that may be false. I've read the blood type thing too though. But yeah, I don't know. You know this about me. Like me and my dad, where like everyone's outside and they say that like, you know, Missouri, I'm getting eat up out here. That's what
yes.
everyone says. And me and my dad are always like, I haven't even seen a mosquito.
That's because they're all
What are
on
you
me.
talking about?
Every single one of them is on me.
I know, it's weird. Now ticks, I have ticks. Ticks get on me.
They get on me too. They love me.
Had to pluck one out of Crosby's hair.
Yeah, after
other
you
day.
told me that, it made me. Did she freak out?
No,
Oh.
surprisingly, I was like, you have a tick on your head and I'm going to get it. Because it was in her, which I never have had to do. And like, she's very outsidey. Like, she runs wild and she's half naked most of the time. But
Least you can
I
see
like
'em on her then.
plucked it and it was like delayed reaction. And she was like, did you get it? And I said, yeah. And then she was like, that hurt. And I was like, you're fine. I got it
Because
off.
a chunk of your scalp came
Yeah.
with it.
And then she was fine.
Have you ever cut someone's hair and they've had a tick in their hair?
No,
On
but
their head?
No, but I have cut someone's hair and saw like a flea skitter across their head, and I want to
guarantee
vomit.
you that was not a flea.
You think it was lice?
Yeah.
I don't
Fleas
know.
don't really live on humans.
I don't know. I've had a couple children with like bug heads, and it's not lice because it's like bigger and black. Maybe it is
Yeah.
lice. Maybe I'm dumb.
I don't know.
But yeah, I
have had to cut kids' hair and been like, listen, they have a
Listen,
tick and
Linda.
I'm gonna puke.
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna have to get this
'cause
shit
I'm-
off.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up. I can't.
no, I can't. I can barely pick a tick off my own kids.
know.
Thank God Carter's old enough that he's like, I've got a tick. I just picked it off. And I'm like, good.
Good deal.
Good deal.
Go check that in the bathroom.
Yeah. But yeah, that may be Crosby's first like tick. And I didn't spray her with anything because I don't know. It's just the beginning of. I didn't
Yeah,
think
you will
about
now.
it. And actually, I just put flea medicine on Loki. I swear
need to
he's
do
been
that, too.
bringing them in the house. I told you the other day he jumped on the couch and a fucking dog tick flew off of him, and I was like, ugh.
That's disgusting.
I did shave his hairy body yesterday.
That's on my list to do
I had
today.
to do. He had like pea mats on his nether regions. And I had to like shave them off, and I thought I was gonna vomit. Like Cole was
my
holding him, and I
God.
was like, I can't.
This
I
is
can't do
not
this.
like this is not what I went to school for.
No,
Yeah, gross,
terrible, disgusting, and they smelled like pee. And I was like, and we gave him a bath though.
After,
Yes, yeah. He was he looked like a hairless cat, like one
Yeah.
of those. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
yeah. Well, 'tis the season. and speaking of, also, I watched 2 movie trailers that I'm super excited about.
Hot movies.
And it's August and September that they come out.
Oh, I was like, that's the name of the movie? I haven't heard that. No, they come out in August and September.
Well, did you watch the It Ends With Us trailer?
Yes.
It looks so good.
August 19th?
It's August something. I have just August.
I already have told my family, like, whatever day it is, don't talk to me. I have plans. Colby home.
Tasha says we should go as a book club
We
and
should.
watch it.
We should. And actually, I was a little nervous because, the stills came out of them filming and it did look a little funky, but the trailer,
I was never nervous.
I'm excited. So excited. I don't care what anybody says.
I know, me either.
Haters.
I'm really
Drinking
excited
the haterade.
for
I'm loving it.
Colleen. I think just watching her interviews
I know.
about the movie, like
I
at the
know.
premiere or whatever they were at, she just
I saw the one with
that's
Justin
really cool.
or whatever.
Like, can you imagine
having your book? And I don't care
That's so
what
cool.
anybody says. Like, I don't know if people know, but this was wasn't this the book? Because people hate on this book.
Yeah, they say it glorifies abuse.
Which have you
So I'm
read
like,
the
yeah,
book?
I'm like, did you
Did you
get to
finish
the
the
end?
book?
Uh-huh.
But it's also based on her mom and her personal experiences. So I'm like, you guys are kind
And
of
the
shitty
breaking
for
the cycle. It ends with us. Like, how hard
I
of
don't
a,
know. If someone can clarify how
Yeah.
that, feel
for
free,
real.
tell me, because honestly, I have no idea.
You can tell me, but I'm going to argue with you.
I'll argue with you too because that book was good.
It was good. And
don't care what. It
I
made me
love her
cry.
mom, and it's about her mom, and I love Blake Lively, so I'm
I
here
love
for
Blake
it.
Lively too.
And I was not certain about the Justin Baldoni guy being
Ryle,
but I think he's going to be a good Ryle.
Me too.
And I'm not certain
Me
about Atlas, but I'm going to give it a go.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it a go together.
The other one is September, and it's, speaking of fall, the Beetlejuice trailer.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. I love Beetlejuice.
I do too, and I love Winona Ryder. She is
Me too.
the epitome
love
of
her.
90s movies
80s,
for me.
90s, yeah.
And the other girl, the new girl that's in it, she's Wednesday.
Jenna Ortega.
I love her.
I love
too.
her too. She's so pretty. She was in the Scream movies
she is
too.
so pretty. I know,
new
and
one.
that's why I'm like,
ones.
if anyone gets to be like the new Scream girl and the new Beetlejuice girl, like it gets to be you.
She's perf. I love her. I
She
love
reminds
her too.
me of like nowadays Winona Ryder. So
Me
assuming
too.
is she her daughter? I think
In real
Lydia.
life?
No.
Oh,
in
I
the
was
movie.
like in real life,
Like
no.
Lydia's daughter.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I think so too. I'm super excited.
I'm super excited too. So excited. You know what else I'm excited about?
What?
Twisters.
Me too.
I already told, I was like, I'm going. If I have to go alone,
No, you don't have to.
I'm
go
going
alone,
on
'cause I'll
July
go
19th. I'm going.
Allie will want to go too.
And I know Jen likes that guy that's in the movie, I think. And I watched him in that Sydney Sweeney movie, Anyone But You, I told you.
No.
It's like a rom-com.
Okay.
And that was really the first thing I'd seen him in, and I was like, meh. But in Twister, with his he looks like the 90s,
His what?
like his tight jeans and his button-up flannel.
Is the Twisters movie? Is it set in the 90s?
I don't think so
Oh.
because they have like cell phones and stuff,
Oh,
like iPhones in the trailer I watched.
like how are they gonna? Because Dorothy, like the Dorothy thing they send up in the Twister is in it, right? Like it's kind of the same.
Yeah, like the truck because
Yeah.
everyone's like whatever.
Yeah, so I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna make it where it's
Like relevant to today.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to find out? I don't know.
yeah.
But yes, I think the basis is similar.
Oh, and it's got the girl from Where the Crawdads Sing.
Yes.
And I love her.
I love her too. Someone texted me.
She reminds me of my niece.
Cosmo
She
Prof.
reminds me of Riley.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you have movies that you like? I mean, I know you do. And I'm not talking like holiday movies, like don't think Halloween, don't think Christmas. movies that you literally can only watch in the summer months?
Yes, that's what I was saying. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like summer, and I was like the movies, like.
What are your summer movies?
Oh God! Well, we always watch Dirty Dancing. That's a summer movie
Yes.
because I'm like, it is summer. Like, okay, let me think. What else? I mean, Twister is a spring.
I just watched it the other day.
We always watch Twister in the
Yes.
spring.
I always watch Camp Nowhere in the summer.
I'm gonna be in trouble, but I've never seen that.
It's like one of my favorite. What?
What the hell is
Camp
that? Nowhere?
It's one of the greatest 90s, like,
Oh, it's a 90s?
preteen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me just see.
What a fail on
Nowhere.
your part. It's got,
Christopher Lloyd.
yes, Christopher Lloyd is like the adult in the movie. Where they rent
Okay.
out like this old 70, like they tell their parents they're going to.
A group of junior high kids don't want to go to summer
Yeah.
camps chosen by their parents. They make their own adult-free camp and
It's-
hire an ex-drama teacher to help.
Yes. And it's got, what is his name? The dark-headed guy? Because I loved him when I was a
Jonathan
kid.
Jackson.
No, not him. But I do like him too.
John Putch.
No.
Andrew Keegan.
Yes, God.
I
he
knew
was
it.
so
He's
hot.
American Pie, right? Is he an American Pie guy?
He was in 10 Things I Hate About You.
I see that. Maybe that's what I was
think he was in
thinking.
American Pie.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like one of the greatest movies.
There's also
The Sandlot,
Yes, we just watched that.
The
That's
Great
a summer movie.
Outdoors.
And then there's one. What are they? I think Jenna Ortega is in those too, but they're on Netflix, and they're like three movies, but they're all like they kind of tie in.
Dude, I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I'm gonna tell you in just a second. I thought one was called like they're. Oh my God, this is gonna bug the shit out of me. They're okay. Maybe she's not in them.
I don't know what you're talking
They're
about.
books. They're
All
they're
the Boys I
scary.
Loved
No,
Before?
they're scary. They're horror, horror, and they're books. We're usually really good at this. Come on, they're horror. They're books. They're years, and there's like 3 of them.
I'm too high to try and read your mind
Oh my
today.
God,
My
fail.
brain is full of snot and phlegm, and
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
telepathically. I can't read your mind.
Okay, well, I watch them in the summer too. Me and Allie do.
Okay.
But I need you to know what they are, and so you're gonna have to
I'll
you're
do
gonna
that
have to bear
research.
with me for just a second here.
Okay.
Fear Street.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. So 1994, part 2 is 1978, and then part 3 is 1666.
Yeah.
And I thought Jenna Ortega was in them.
No.
No, it's but the one girl from Stranger Things is Robin.
Oh.
Yeah. So we watch those in the summer too.
Yes.
Because they're summer campy.
Summer movie. Yeah.
But yeah, there's plenty of movies that I'm like, I can only watch this in fall. I can only watch this in summer.
Yes. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I started watching last night?
What?
Guess.
It's a show or a movie?
Show.
Gilmore Girls? No.
No.
That's fall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I started from episode 1 and I was like, I want to watch Sons in the summertime.
Yes. Also, when it gets to be like approaching like fallish into winter, do you always want to watch Game of Thrones? 'Cause you're like, winter is coming.
Yes.
Same.
Gilmore Girls and Game of Thrones are my like wintry shows. I always want to watch, and sometimes Vampire Diaries.
Yes, because it's like around like September-y.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I always want to watch Sons and Parenthood in the summer. I know you don't like Parenthood.
Yeah.
Do you like, why do we, they say that's like a neurodivergent thing to like, but I don't think it is. I think literally everyone does that.
I don't. No.
No?
No.
That's not normal?
No. I mean,
To
it's
rewatch-
normal for me, but like
It's normal.
my husband, he'd never rewatch anything if it weren't for me. I'm basically like, you don't have a choice. We're rewatching this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah. There are people that don't reread
Like,
books or rewatch movies.
Oh,
Like
no.
there are people that don't, they're like, oh, I've seen that. And I'm like, so have I 194 times. Like,
I feel like it's like
it's like a,
like a dopamine hit.
yeah. And it's like a core memory
Yeah,
thing.
like
It's
it. There are certain shows that like give me some internal like warm fuzzy feeling, and so when I need that feeling, I turn
Yeah.
that show on.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is my Gilmore Girls. Like from the time
Same.
I was like a teenager, I was like watching, and I've just watched
That's
it
how
on a
I
loop.
was with Charmed.
Yes, that is your like
Yeah.
original comfort show.
Yes.
Yeah, but now I have like Gilmore Girls, Vampire Diaries, Sons of
Parenthood,
Anarchy,
yeah.
Parenthood. I do love. I know you don't like Parenthood.
We
I
rewatched
love
Breaking
Parenthood.
Bad, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Now Cole will rewatch stuff with me.
Yeah.
He is not but he's also a weirdo like we are.
Well, and like I feel like Game of Thrones is one of those shows that you can rewatch because it
It's-
took so
I was
long to
gonna
come
say-
out, and it's so in depth that like even though I've watched it like 7 times, there's parts where I'm like, how do they get out of this?
I
Because
know.
I forget.
and there is so much involved in that show. Like I
it makes
missed
more
it.
sense every
Yes.
time I watch it.
I had started it, if you remember, and I was like, I started it like on HBO and like watched it, and then I think you started it, and Cole was like, "Well, I'm gonna watch it," and I started it over from season 1, and I was like,
I got the box sets from
don't-
Jen, like the first 2.
We have the box-
and-
yeah.
and was watching them
Yes.
because I don't think I had HBO.
"Yeah,
Like that's why. That's how it all started. That's how we got HBO. Was like we have to have this to
Yes.
watch this, and now it's like an app.
we
So,
got HBO for True Blood,"
yeah.
which
Ramsey wasn't a True Blood watcher.
I friggin' loved True Blood until
it
they
got stupid.
lost their minds in
Yeah.
the last couple seasons.
I was watching True Blood with you, and then
I know
was like,
every
"Meh."
Sunday we.
Speaking of watching stuff, my Facebook reels are now full of people cleaning cars, cleaning rugs.
I do love the rug videos. They're so fun. I don't know what it is.
Some are so satisfying,
I
but
know.
some I'm like, why did that end? Like you were not done cleaning
Yeah.
that. Like mud water was still coming
Also,
out of that.
where are you guys getting these dirty ass
know.
rugs?
I did see something that was like flood damage. Because I'm like, why are you saving that rug that's like got mud on it this
Yeah.
thick? Like,
Like,
just
did you
buy a
pull
new
that
one.
out of the dump?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but I do love.
know. Rug cleaning, car interior cleaning, when
Yeah.
they're like scrubbing everything. I'll even watch them do nails and when they're scrubbing all the stuff.
I want to watch nails.
I mean, I hope you don't blow snot out everywhere.
It's gone.
It's gone.
That, like, at the same time pisses me off, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to sneeze.
yes. Also,
yeah.
I'll watch people decorate cakes and cookies,
Oh,
those sugar cookies.
Same. I love
All of
those.
it.
I also am a restock girl. Like
A what?
a fridge restock. I will watch
Or like
you
the laundry, all their laundry stuff.
Put them in
as
your
I
little
sit
fancy
there
containers.
I sit there with my life in
Yeah, don't you remember
disarray.
when it was probably like 2020? It was definitely COVID, and I was watching restock videos, and I was like, I'm gonna buy.
I'm gonna be this refrigerator person.
And Cole was like,
what are you trying to
you're
do?
not. What are you doing? And I was like, no, I'm gonna be like organized. And that lasted like 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And now I just shove shit in my
Yeah.
fridge like all willy nilly. Ain't
Accurate.
nobody got time for that.
I'm like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. But I love to watch other
Me
people
too.
do it.
Me too.
I don't really like the cleaning videos of like their house.
Yeah,
I don't know
no,
why.
I don't.
But restock videos and the rug videos I do love.
I love watching those rug cleaning videos.
And I also love to watch people decorate cakes, especially when it's like sped up. And they're like, "Brrr," and I'm like, I want to do that. And they make it look like in my brain I could do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Me
But I
and
think I could.
Allie and Greer fell down a Is It Cake rabbit hole.
On TikTok?
No,
Or
on
the show on
the show.
Netflix.
Yes,
Yeah.
the show. And so Allie is telling Greer, she's like, this summer we can make some realistic cakes. And I'm like, no, you're not.
Oh my God.
Like, no, you're not.
no, you're not.
We are not able to do that.
No.
Like in your mind, you think you
Same.
can, but
I do think I can. I can't.
no.
It's like when I'm like, I bet I can draw that. No, I can't. I can't draw that. I can't draw anything.
Season 2 had people that were like really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Like I've creeped the one girl. I think she's called the London Baker or something. I've creeped her. She won. I've looked her up on social media, and she like, okay, so with that show, the judges are like way far back. Not way far back, but like they're far enough back that they're like squinting at all the cakes,
Yes.
trying to find out which one is cake.
Yeah.
The people at home, like they're zooming in on
Right.
all of these, and so I'm like, that's cake. The London Baker chick, like she tricked me like 2 or 3 times. Like she made a Doc Martin boot that I was like, that is a boot.
That is a boot.
That is a real boot, and
Psych.
it was
Yeah, that's
cake.
crazy. I love those too. There's
too.
those TikTok videos too.
I've
I've
seen
watched
those,
those
yes.
as well.
Except I watched a girl like eat I don't know, it was like a tube of toothpaste or something, but cake.
Oh, I was
But
like,
I was like, "Ugh, I don't, no, it's gross.
you know what videos I cannot stand on TikTok? Men cooking,
Oh yes,
but with a what's the word?
making it sexual.
Sexual. Stop it.
Well, I
it.
know it's gross.
It makes me
cringe.
why
I
you
don't
got to do. I know
Yeah.
women love it because that's why they do it, but
Not me.
it
I don't
gives,
love it.
I don't love
Like
it either.
I don't ever want to eat that again.
I
now.
know. I
'Cause
can't.
you-
Like I
Yeah.
get like I guess it's like secondhand embarrassment when they
Same.
like slap anything. I'm just like, no, stop
They're
that.
slapping the chicken.
Yes,
the
or the
chicken
like
body.
dough.
Yes, they're like
or they're
rolling
like
it
they
and they're
have
like-
eggs and they're like,
Yeah.
stop it.
I know it's gross.
It's
I agree.
gross.
It's yuck. It's
I did get
yucky.
on Mask Talk though, and I'm not mad about being there.
What?
It's like dudes in masks, like thirst traps with dudes in scream masks, and maybe
okay.
Call of Duty. I'm not a video game person.
Okay. So my theory is those people are really ugly. They're like from the neck down.
I don't
They're
care.
Great.
I
but
can't
their
see their
face,
face.
they probably have a butter face.
Maybe. Don't care.
I mean,
I live there. I like it.
I'm not on Mask Talk,
We need to go.
but I've seen some, like the ghost face guy.
Yeah, the gym guy. Yeah, I may
Yeah.
have sent you a video. or
You
two of
have.
him, and I'm
That's
like, look at
why.
this
That's
guy.
why I've seen it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I don't mind being there. But like the gross cooking TikTok. How did I get here? Actually, I'm not there. I just randomly. Usually, it's someone like stitching, like a woman stitching the video, and being like, oh, and I'm like, ooh, maybe it's me. I don't know. But not a fan.
Speaking of gross, what you went straight from like working at a like car dealership or whatever when you were a teenager to
Oh.
hair school. Like, so you've never had like a gross job.
Well, I worked at Applebee's
Oh,
with your husband.
what did you do there?
I was a hostess.
So not a gross job.
I mean, I did have to hose down food mats at the end of the night.
Ew,
That made me want
is
to vom.
probably gross.
What gross job are you getting at? I worked
I-
one day at the Bennett Springs restaurant. That was terrible, and I didn't go back. I was 16 and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I had to be there at 5 a.m. One day of being there at 5
Yeah,
a.m.
and you're
and
like, I'm good.
yeah, I'll be poor.
Yeah.
I won't drive anywhere. I don't need gas
No.
money. I'd rather sit at home.
I cleaned hotel rooms. Cleaning hotel
Hotels.
rooms. It was disgusting.
I can imagine.
I was
the sickness.
also dead of summer. So like it's my summer job and it was Springfield. So there was like lots of hotel rooms or like lots of hotels. So like I get this job with the girl that I lived with and she's older than me. So like
Yes.
they give her the office job.
Of course.
Because they're like, oh, you're in your 20s and you're an adult. Like, you work the front desk. And they're like, you're a dumb teenager. You go clean these hotel
nasty
rooms.
skank rooms.
Oh, my God. People are disgusting.
Uh-huh.
It is like giving me, like, now when I do stay in a hotel, I'm like,
What happened here the night before?
well, I'm just like, one time I went in and, like, the furniture was up on the beds. It was like boys,
Yeah.
like bachelor party or like young 20-something boys, like just moved all the furniture. And I'm like, you fucking jackwagons.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm an 18-year-old girl the size of a toothpick. And I have to
gotta
try to put this
move all
chair
this
back on the
furniture.
floor.
So I wouldn't want to do that job.
There was
Is it,
one time someone clipped their toenails or fingernails. I'm not sure.
Ew.
And
And
piled them up on the nightstand.
this is gross. I didn't even throw them away. It's probably what my husband would do. He's a fingernail
Not to
tile
mention,
maker. Not in a
just-
hotel, but
just the hair everywhere and the
no. Have you seen all the videos though where like a news station will go in and they like write something on the sheet that you can only see in black light and then they go back like after it's cleaned and they didn't change shit in that hotel room.
That's what I got fired for.
You're the person they're making the show about.
I was 18.
sicko.
Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm 18 years old. I hate this job. It makes me want to I was fine anyways because it was disgusting and not worth
Disgusting.
the money.
I mean, I got fired from the car dealership.
For what? You don't know?
No, not really. I
Having a
mean, there
tood?
was probably.
An RBF?
Well, I had a little incident one time, and it was shortly after this that they didn't fire me. They let me go to focus on school because I was in hair
please
school.
leave.
I got in my car and backed out, and I hit the general manager who was sitting in a brand new car with a customer about to test drive it. I just dinged the back a little bit. But yeah. And then it wasn't too long after that where they were like, well, you can go.
It's been nice
you
knowing
can leave
you.
now. And I was like, okay. And then I worked at the tanning place.
Yeah, well, then I worked fast food, and it was also disgusting. So,
I know. I just worked at Applebee's with you.
yeah, it was repulsive. Like fast food and just
I never worked fast food.
all the days I worked fast food.
Oh.
I'm like, you had to pump that food out in a certain amount of time. And now I'm like, why am I sitting in this drive-through for
900 hours?
minutes? What happened to that rule?
It's not fast food. It's slow food.
It is.
I worked at Pinnacle
yeah,
most
that was
of my
like
high school. It was a
like
call
a-
center.
yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to know who's on the other end, it's a bunch of teenagers who don't give a shit when it's not like the dude in India or whatever.
Right.
It was literally, we were all teenagers. It was ran by teenagers.
I remember.
There were
'cause
like
I never
zero
worked there.
adults.
Zero adults. It was Camp Nowhere.
It really was. I don't even know how it was like.
Legal.
Yeah, and the first time I interviewed there, mind you, this is a call center. It's all young kids. I'm 16 also. Like, I don't know. I'm 16. And the girl who interviewed me, if you can call it an interview, like, you knew you were going to hire me because you hired 900 people. But I was chewing gum And she like, I didn't know you shouldn't chew gum in an interview. And she like stops the interview and is like, we're stopping this interview because you're chewing gum. And I was like, oh, gee, I can spit it out. And she was like, you can leave, actually. She made me I had to leave.
But she still hired you?
They didn't hire me for a really long time. I reapplied when she was gone, and then they hired me.
Well.
But yeah, I was like, dear God. So yeah.
Well.
Yeah, teenager jobs suck.
I was going to say teenage
you know what
jobs.
else?
Good time.
I feel the need to talk about really fast. So this week on TikTok and YouTube, we did really well on YouTube. It was one of our best weeks. TikTok was maybe terrible until I post a video about bottle caps being taken away at concerts.
That's a popular topic.
Can someone tell me, like, I don't understand it. Like, we were posting videos on TikTok about your abusive sitting in prison ex-husband, and I was like,
meh.
yeah, everyone's like,
But then
don't
they're
fucking
like,
care.
oh my God, they took my bottle
took
cap
your
4
leg.
years ago
So
one
I'm like,
time.
don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're like,
Yes,
me
yeah.
too. But I just, it's not computing.
No.
The algorithm, I
No.
don't understand
I don't
it. And
understand
I need someone to
Yeah.
tell me, what are we missing here?
Yeah,
Like,
what's the algorithm?
what
Because
are we, what do you want to
confused.
post? Like, I don't know. I'm very confused.
Oh no, but
It's
speaking
just-
of that, Aaliyah works at the amphitheater.
Oh, yeah.
And she sent, I don't know if it was the group message, I think it was, where she said she watched that episode and she said they take them because people throw them on stage. Which I'm like, okay, I get, but
I get too.
you have the whole bottle.
Right. And if I like,
Or you have a glass beer bottle. Like, what? How does that make any sense?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
It doesn't.
confusion.
I read, maybe not everywhere, and I get the throwing on thing, but it's also to know something about buying them. Like, if you don't have a cap on it, they know you bought it there, and technically you're not supposed to bring in outside food or drink at a lot of places. And so if they see you with a bottle cap, they can be like, we know you brought that from home, throw it away.
But also, like, they search everything before you come in.
I know.
I'm like,
So
what
I don't-
about the people that are, like, lighting up their doobies right when the show starts? Which I don't care, but I'm like...
No, I don't either. I don't know. It's a weird...
It is.
It's a weird thing.
And there was a pretty even mix of people that are like, I've never had that happen. I've never heard of
had
that.
it happen.
And then
Did
there
you
was a
have it
billion
happen at Thunder Ridge?
I don't remember. It was a 9 billion degrees that day, and
I
all I
know.
could think about was like my toddler overheating.
I mean, I don't blame you. I didn't have a toddler with me, but
And
we were up on the
sunscreen
hill, and it was we went to the evening show on Sunday, and I didn't bring anything because I assumed it would be like, no. Like, I had like a 3rd-degree sunburn on this side of my body.
Well, if you can imagine, I brought the sunscreen.
I didn't bring anything except my person.
That was a pretty cool show, though.
It was
Yeah.
the Garth Brooks show.
And they did the air show.
We were supposed to go see Morgan Wallen this weekend, but
Oh, you're not?
no,
Why?
because I have Allie's graduation
Oh,
Friday,
yeah.
and I have Mom
it
and
was
Dad's
last weekend.
no party. I have her party.
Party. Oh,
And then
Oh.
Mom and Dad are doing the fish fry on Saturday night, which is when the 25th. And so
what a dumb weekend to buy tickets.
I know. So anyways,
Don't try to do stuff like that in May.
I know.
Did you learn your lesson?
Well, it's not, I can't control when he's at the venue.
Well, yeah, but when you buy tickets and you're like, oh, it's May, I'm not even going to bother.
I know. My anniversary is tomorrow, is what we were going for.
Oh, well,
So
I appreciate you coming to the party instead.
yeah, and the fish fry. Yeah, we're not doing anything. Carter has a baseball game tomorrow, and Cole has a work dinner.
Yeah. But hey, this is
Happy
our
anniversary.
last week, and then we're on vacation.
Thank God. Vacation.
And
I'm
by
so
vacation, I
ready.
mean just us.
I know. Girls trip.
Universal. Like, you'll get one more episode, and then all you're going to hear about is Universal,
Universal.
for probably 8 weeks.
maybe. And how we're
All summer.
planning our next Universal
And
trip.
how to make it better.
already. Yes, we should do like a, nobody would care. We should do
don't
like
care.
a Universal tips and tricks episode.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's make some videos while we're there.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Like what I eat in a day at Universal, which last year was literally nothing. We starved all day and
Right.
rode rides.
Yes.
That would be funny. What
It
we ate
would.
in a day.
Yeah.
Nothing. We rode
Voodoo
rides.
donuts
Yeah.
and
We did eat at the Leaky
Moe's.
Cauldron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine wasn't good.
I don't remember what I had.
Yours was better than mine. I can remember being like,
I should have
wish I would have got that. You know what I am getting this year, though, that we did not get last year? One, I'm getting butterbeer ice cream. And I will... What? Why?
I don't
what
know.
face is that?
Dairy and hot and park and
I'm going
out.
to do it.
You can.
We have
That's-
2 days. I'm going to sneeze.
It doesn't mean you ruin one with milk puke.
I won't milk puke. I have to sneeze.
Not
But
if,
I'm trying not to. That's literally, if you want to know what the worst feeling in the world is,
you want me to punch
almost
you in the face?
sneezing. Terrible. No. And we were going to get them last year at the Leaky Cauldron. We were almost done. Like, it was when we were getting ready to leave. And it's like, what do you call those? Like pot de creme butterbeer. Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Yeah,
I
because
want
we were
one.
like, what is that?
Yes.
And they said it's like a pudding or something. Yeah, I want one of those.
I want one of those.
Me too.
I'm going to do that.
Yes.
All right.
Are we at our time, or we got anything else we gotta?
Well, should we hit on it? You know, everybody wants to know our opinion.
All
Or
right.
they probably don't give a shit about our
I
opinion.
mean, blessed be the fruit.
Under his eye. Harrison old Butker. You know, first of all, I do have to say, like, I'm less irritated by it than I initially was. Like, whoever first out that little clip, it did exactly what they like wanted it to do.
I haven't even watched the clip, but I went straight to.
You read.
I looked up the whole transcript of what he said, and it
Yeah.
was super political, which I thought was annoying. But I mean, I don't care. I don't want to cancel him. I don't really.
I don't want to
care.
cancel him either. I don't necessarily totally disagree with what he said. I just find it odd that he did it at a college graduation
Yeah.
to a group of women who just
mean,
spent the last
There
like
was
4+
something
years.
more that he said that bothered me more than what everyone, like the whole, like, your life only starts when you're a mom and you're married. Like,
Yeah.
there was something he said that bothered me more than that, and it was
What was it?
bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues. Things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as growing support for degenerate cultural values in media, all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder. It was the IVF thing for me
I was
that I
gonna
was just
say
like,
IVF and what euthanasia?
I don't.
What's that?
I mean,
Isn't that when that's when you kill?
you put your dog, like when you put your,
Your
dog
dog down?
I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know. But
does
the
that
whole
even mean?
IVF thing that I was just like,
Okay, that's a really large hole to jump down, and we've
I
had this
know.
conversation.
I know. But
And you know how I feel about people saying things like that about IVF.
yes, because I'm like, is it the hand you were dealt?
Yeah, is it
Or-
God's will?
Yeah, or
Because you can't have it both. Like,
Right.
if you're telling me, which Catholics are different, like they believe a lot different. I don't even think they believe in like maybe birth control of any kind.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't know.
I'm not Catholic either. But I'm like, it's no different than finding out you have some horrid disease and taking
and not choosing, not taking treatment. Because,
Yes, because that's clearly
yeah,
what was meant to happen.
Right.
So why are you taking any form of medication or treatment? Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I like. I don't feel like you can have it both
I
ways.
just feel like he could have chose to, like, say something else.
Yeah. I
But-
agree.
Or the way he said it, but also I'm like, I also don't care.
I don't care that much either.
Do I want to cancel him? No.
No.
Do I agree
The
with
only
what
thing
he
that
said? Not
offended
really.
me and I'm not really, this is a joke, was when he said, my teammate's girlfriend. It's Taylor Swift. Like, Taylor Swift and then you. But you couldn't even say her real name? You're your teammate's girlfriend? Get real, dog. You're crazy.
Well,
And I actually don't have a clue who he is. I didn't know who he was. Like,
I didn't have a clue either. I watched the Super Bowl.
I mean, I watch it when it's not like when Cole puts like football, but I'm not like, I know who Travis Kelce is and who Patrick Mahomes is.
Same, but I didn't know they're the kicker. I'm like, is he the main kicker? And then someone was like, yeah, he is.
Oh,
I'm like, oh,
I know, but he only they only kick a ball a few times a game. If
he did use the word "stay in your lane" several times, and I kind of want to be like, shut up and kick the ball.
Well, that was the other thing. I'm like, you're telling all these women like it's your most, which it is your most important job, raising your children you choose to have.
You choose to have. If you choose not to, it doesn't mean you're less of a human being.
And I'm like, your wife is allowed to stay home and be that mom because you're a pro football player.
Yeah, because you have a bajillion dollars.
Yeah.
Like
So,
in the real world, there's something called poverty. And
yes,
you
like
don't get
most women don't get a choice at all.
No.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
which again, like, I'm not super offended. I just think it was
either.
like maybe a little tone deaf on his part. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, I personally...
what he said, where he said it, how he said it.
I personally don't want a man to tell a group of women, like, something about your life. Like, I just don't think it's his place.
No,
he
don't
can have
either.
an opinion.
I mean, yeah,
and that's why
he's
I don't
entitled
care.
to his
That's why I'm
opinion.
like, man, whatever. I don't care because
I mean, yeah, everybody's allowed their
he
opinion.
can have his opinion. I just have a differing opinion. So,
I mean, and like I said, I don't necessarily disagree with everything he said.
Correct.
Like, you know as well as I do, we have jobs.
Yeah.
But we'll cancel at the drop of a hat if our kids need something.
correct. And like, I don't disagree. Like, my kids are my life, but
Mine too.
I also don't think the women that choose to not have kids or can't have kids because then you're apparently not allowed to use IVF. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
So
I'm
are
like,
they
so the people that can't have children or
Their life never begins.
right? That's where I'm like,
I'm sorry.
come again, sir.
Yeah, and like Catholicism, you have nuns who literally take like a vow of I'm never doing anything as a woman.
I don't know.
That doesn't make
That's
sense.
why I'm like, I don't agree, but I also don't really care to cancel him. I'm just like,
I mean, I don't really like the whole canceling of anyone.
unless you're essaying,
Unless you're P. Diddy.
Yeah, unless you're essaying
15-year-olds.
You're canceled in my book then. But
Yeah,
R. Kelly, he's canceled.
he's been canceled.
Canceled him in my brain. So
He was
Anyways.
hiding in a closet or what's that
yeah,
song?
something dumb. So
All right, we're done.
yep.
We're having
Have a nice
technical
day.
difficulties.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, like, follow, subscribe.
Bye.
My nose.